Hey friends, so this is the top of month 7 of moisture withdrawal, of topical steroid withdrawal, take 2 for me, and day 34 of moisture withdrawal, kind of, and I'll explain that later. So where do I even start? It has been a rough week mentally and emotionally, so I'm going to start with the positives. My eyebrows are growing back. And that's a beautiful thing. I lost my eyebrows like the first time I went through topical steroid withdrawal too, but it was worse the first time. Like all of this was just gone and I just had this little part and it was thinning. So they're growing back, so that's a good sign. Maybe a month or 2 ago, maybe not even that long, I don't know, all I had to do was rub my arm like this and there would be flakes everywhere. I was leaving a trail of flakes everywhere that I went. I do still like shed skin a little bit, but like barely, especially compared to how it was. Also, all of the discoloration of my skin, it's still very discolored, but instead of being lighter, now it's darker. Also, the color in my arms has come back. I'll add some pictures so you can like really see that. There's no more styes in my eyes or the cysts all over my body that were so painful. I haven't been getting those. I got one on my shin last week, but that's like the last one that I've had for a while. Also, all of the pustules all over my face and my body have really like, there's barely any. What else? The right side of my face is not flaking off anymore. It was basically like every day. That's the main reason why I was like, let me just do moisture withdrawal, because it seemed like no matter what I did, my face was just like flaking off every single day, and it was ridiculous. So I also took some videos. I'm gonna add some pictures and some videos so you can see how the whole process has been. Yeah, so check that out. I'm currently sitting in my backyard because I've been trying to get sunlight every single day, and it's really been helping. The discoloration on my arms, I'm starting to get like my melanin back on my arms and my legs, and the eczema had moved down to my chest and it's clearing up, so that's good. But if you can see, it's really bright, so I'm not sure how much you can see. I'll have to find out later. I'm like super dry, and that's because I've decided to return to moisture withdrawal. And so you can see like my hands are like super dry, and this hand in particular has a lot of like cracks and like wounds. The funny thing is they look really bad, but they feel better today. Yeah, it was like yesterday was a lot worse. And then also I've been getting these cysts all over my body, these like pus-filled cysts. So I still have staph infection, I think, and I have glasses on. You can see I have this like horrible sty on my eye, and it hurts to blink, and it's crazy. There was one here like 2 weeks ago, and then this one, it was here first, then it moved to the inside, and it was like big and painful for a few days, and then all of a sudden I started getting one on the bottom. So those have been getting on my nerves, but I've been taking, what am I taking? Elderberry and like oregano oil to try and like boost my immune system. So this is the foot eczema that I was talking about, and you can see like my legs are like pretty discolored and dry, but the color's coming back a little bit, and like the same, you know, with my arms and my hands, just dry. Okay friends, so this is day 10 of moisture withdrawal, and I just wanted to give an update and show you how things are going. I am not very flaky today, which is great, probably because I scratched them all off yesterday. But I've been very flaky, very dry, very like white. You can see here I like scratched my skin off a little bit. It was bigger yesterday. I have this like ointment that I've been using, not ointment, a salve that I've been using to spot treat certain areas, and I'll show you that in a second. But like overall, I am doing moisture withdrawal, but parts with like open skin like that, or I have a lot of, you can see that crack on my hand. Like my hands have been, oh my gosh, it hurts to grab things. I'm okay today, but yesterday was really bad. And the night before, I had been using the salve, and the night before I was like, let me just stop using it and see if maybe I need to like completely commit to moisture withdrawal. And the next day my hands felt so cracked and dry and just open skin, and I was like, nope, I gotta use the salve. And I used it last night and it already feels better. But yeah, this is what's going on. Like, I'm not as flaky as I have been, but this is not like normal skin. Like this is gonna flake tomorrow, I can tell, just by the way that it feels and the way that it looks. And then I have one of these bumps. I told you I was getting these like cysts all over my body. There's one on my neck because why not? But yeah, my chest, there was also like, I opened skin here one night. And so, like I said, I'm not doing no moisture treatment, so I'm still like not taking showers, I've been taking baths. But when this was open, I was like, that's gonna hurt in a dead sea salt bath or a apple cider vinegar bath. So I actually haven't bathed in a few days. I'm probably gonna take a bath tonight because this is all healed up. But I think it might have been helping because the flakes have just been falling off. I have been using, I used this the last time I went through moisture withdrawal. Witch hazel is like my best friend. On the bottle it actually says, you know, gentle relief for oily, that's not the case, irritated, red, damaged, blemished, or inflamed skin. And so it's soothing, but then it also gently kind of just removes the flakes. Like when I scratch, that's kind of violent, and that happens, like I told you. But that's a very gentle way to get rid of them. So this is the salve that I was talking about. It is Golden Seal Myrrh Compound from Mountain Rose Herbs, and my naturopath suggested that I get it. And at first I was like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, you realize there's eczema over my entire body. This ain't gonna do nothing. But now that I'm doing moisture withdrawal, it's kind of like revealing the bigger problem spots, like the cracks and stuff on my hand and this on my face. And so I'm just kind of using it to spot treat. So it has mirror gum, organic golden seal root, which is antimicrobial, organic calendula flowers, which is helpful for healing cuts and wounds, and fresh St. John's wort flowers in a base of organic olive oil and beeswax. So it's been pretty helpful. I've been using it on my hands. I just started using it on this spot on my face yesterday and a few spots on my legs, but I'm not very consistent with those spots. But it is helpful for my hands. Okay, so this is day 12 of moisture withdrawal. And as you can see, I look a little better, I think. I don't know, the lighting's different. I'm still very dry there. And that's probably gonna flake tomorrow. There's still stuff going on up here. The right side of my face is always just so bad. I don't know. That thing's still there. It's gone down some. But my hands are a lot better. A lot of the cuts, besides this, I'm like bleeding. I didn't know that. But besides that, the cuts have healed. So that's really good. But yeah, this is day 12. So this is moisture withdrawal day 19. And I have an audition today because, I don't know, I decided when this opportunity came up, I was like, you know what? I think that I'm in a place where I can audition and I will be okay. And rehearsal doesn't start until March, so I was like, let's just do this. But of course, in the days leading up to the audition today, I've just been going through so many things. Like, I'm not healthy yet, and like I'm dealing with, you can't really see it, but all of this is just like hard and feels like a scab, and up here too, and like just dryness. And I'm like, now I have to put on makeup for an audition and I just don't feel like going, and I'm gonna go. But I've just been dealing with a lot of, I guess you can say, doubt, and also a lack of motivation. But today I just had to remind myself, like the affirmations that I talked about in like a few videos ago, that, you know, I'm beautiful, I'm gonna go out there and do this, I'm gonna kill this audition no matter what's going on with my health. I'm still a bomb performer, so I'm gonna go on the audition and kill it. And I'm gonna put on makeup. The main thing is that I just don't want to have to put on makeup while I'm doing moisture withdrawal, but I've done that before. I did that for, you know, 2 shows, because I took a break from moisture withdrawal, but I did it for 2 whole shows. Like I went through this and performed and like lived a life. But the purpose of me going through this again is so that I don't have to go through this while performing. I want to fully heal so that I can be in a better place when I start working again. But I'm going to this audition today, and we'll see what happens, and I'll show you what I look like with makeup. We don't know what my hair is doing. She cute. Okay, she fine. But yeah, this is what my hands look like. There's still a lot of eczema on my arms. The video quality isn't the best, but it's also on my legs. My chest it's still on my chest. You can see like the 2 different colors there, but it's not as bad as it's been. The crazy thing is, the way that I am now, I feel like I've been like this while still on the medication, which is why I stopped using the medication. Because it's like, if I have full-blown eczema over my entire body, why am I pumping chemicals, you know, through my skin? And they're not even helping. I also have eczema on my legs, and the back of my knees are, they're like a little lighter, but the pigment is still coming back. So, you know, she's getting better, but it's slow. Okay, so this is me with makeup on. Most of what I used is natural. I have 100% pure foundation, and I think like Tarte blush, that's what it's called. 100% pure eyeliner and mascara. My chin is burning right now. I used jojoba oil before I put on the makeup because I was like, I can't just put it on a dry face. That's not gonna work. So my chin is burning, but I'm gonna wash this off as soon as the audition's over. So here are a few more pictures to give you an idea of what the process has been like. But yeah, the right side of my face, like I said in the video, is just really, really flaky and dry. And there's lots of cuts on my hands, above my lips. That area is always very dry and inflamed. But as I continued to go through moisture withdrawal, things started to get better and improve. I mean, day by day, some days were better than others, and sometimes it would get better and then get worse. But overall, you can see from these pictures that it's been getting better. So the reason why so in the video, I talked about how I used this. And before, I was just kind of using it on like my wrists and my hands, but I've also started using it on my face. Like if my face is like super duper dry and I'm not, you know, I'm like out doing stuff. I'm not working, but I cannot stay in the house. It drives me crazy. Like I'm a homebody, but only to a certain extent. So when my face is like really dry and I just feel like I can't handle it, I put this on, and I haven't noticed any negative side effects. It actually seems to be helping. So I use this, not every day, but sometimes. Also on the backs of my knees, if they're itching really badly. Also last night, my arms were itching. My arms and my hands and my wrists were just itching so badly. So I used, it's CBD and THC ointment, Renew. I've used it before, and it really more so for like muscle pains. But I think I've tried to use it before for itching. It hasn't worked, but last night it did the trick. That's another thing in the positives that I forgot to say earlier. I was itching like crazy before, like to the point where there were some times, I'm laughing now, it's not funny. There were some times when I actually started crying because I was itching so badly, or I wanted to cry. Or my, you know, just everything was just completely raw because I tried so hard not to itch, and then I couldn't handle it anymore and just went to town. So I'm not itching like that anymore. I am still itching, but it's like not at the level that it was before, because before I was going insane. So the reason why I said I've been struggling mentally and emotionally this week, where to even start? I'm in this really weird place because I feel normal right now. And when I say that, I mean I've been going through this for so long that the way that my skin is right now feels normal, which is like horrible that this is what normal feels like to me. And so because I feel normal, I feel like I need to start working again. I can work. I need to be more productive. I'm not doing enough. And although the first time I went through topical steroid withdrawal, when I started working again, I expected to be better by the time that I was going to start working again. And while I was better, I wasn't healed. And because I started working again full time, my health was not my top priority. And so this time around, I can't do that again because I cannot go through this again. Like, this is the last time I'm going through this. Mark my words. Anybody and everybody who can hear me, this is the last time I'm going through topical steroid withdrawal, but for real. So I'm fighting this urge to like want to audition and like be in shows and be in front of the camera. And it's this weird thing because it's like I don't want to be on stage or in front of the camera like this, but I've done it so much already that I'm like, I'm not doing enough right now. So I have to remember that healing is my #1 priority and my top goal right now. And it's another reason why I've been struggling like mentally and emotionally is because the process is so slow and it feels like I'm doing so much to try and help the process, but it feels like I'm not getting anywhere. So I have to remind myself like, oh yeah, you're a lot better off than you were like a few months ago, even a month ago. Like, this is a big improvement. So let this be a lesson that even though you're not where you want to be, you're not where you were. So I'm here, not where I want to be, but I'm far past where I used to be. And so I just have to keep doing it, whatever it is that I'm doing. And so what is it that I'm doing? I'm taking a ton of supplements. I talked about them the last time. If you want to check that out, the link for the last update video is in the description box. But you know, I'm taking supplements. I'm seeing a naturopath. I've started working out again. It stings my arms and like my face and neck sometimes, and sometimes my back. I have like a patch of eczema on my back. It stings, but it makes me feel better. And I'm able to not like, when it does sting or like itch or burn or whatever, I don't like, I'm not scratching like crazy, so I'm not making it worse. It's just uncomfortable. I've also been doing the sauna. My diet is always this like, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it is that's the best for me. Right now, it's plant-based. Once upon a time, I did the GAPS diet, and that worked for me. I may introduce meat at some point. I don't know right now. I'm figuring it out. That's another thing that's been causing me, I won't say stress. No, it's been causing me stress. I'm not going to lie. But I'm working on, again, stating the positives in the top of this video and reminding myself like, okay, I have improved, so what I'm doing is working, so just stay the course. So if you want to know more about this entire journey for me, subscribe, like the video, check out the other videos that I have. I have videos from when I was back on the Dr. Aaron method, and that obviously didn't work. And you can also check out the blog, justdupree.com. I talk about a lot of stuff on there, not just skin updates, but, you know, mental, emotional, lessons I've learned in this process. So check it out, and I will upload another update video in a month or two. All right, thanks for tuning in.